Actually, where's our Charizard or Charmander or whatever? Is it? We have it, right? Somewhere.
You almost have a Defiance match, but not quite. It's just a normal match with switching on.
You knew it wasn't going to be Defiance, because Defiance is always switching off.
Yeah. I mean, like, visually, when you look at the scrolling thing, it looked pretty close.
Yeah. This Noctowl is holding a rare candy. Maybe it can transfer that over to the side game. Other than that, on the blue team we have Masquerain set Beam, Mismagius set Physical, and Venusaur Physical.
On red we have a special Whiscash, a physical Koffing, and a physical Noctowl.
I'm sorry to hear that, Catola. I will, it's been a while since I've done this, so this probably isn't my best day, but yeah, I'm very open to, if you think I can do better,
know. They said
let me know.
They said this, guys. They could always be talking about me. You never know.
You don't know, but I always assume people are.
Yeah, they're talking about me, so don't worry.
I think you're doing fine, but you know, it's just voices are always subjective. Oh well. So, as for the match, this Masquerain does have Power Herb, so it's going to
get... And it does outspeed Whiscash too, so Solar Beam could kill in one hit.
Thank you to Taking Over the World, I believe that is. So the Power Herb will be effective against Whiscash. It's switching on.
They only have one shot though, because switching is on, so they could easily just switch. Like if they switch to Koffing or Noctowl, and
this is
the Solar Beam.
I would not touch this match with a 10-foot pole. You know, I hate
that'll
those.
That'll come down to
those one-shot
the mind games.
Yeah, I don't play those very well.
Besides that though, Koffing with payback against Mismagius and Noctowl with fly against Venusaur seems pretty advantageous for them.
Yeah. Alright, so we got 15 seconds left. We're getting a few more bets now, that's good. Most of them coming on the blue team. Whoa, there's some big bets for blue right at the end. You better play that mind game correctly.
Alright, let's see what happens.
I don't know what the heck a flank slanked pole is, but... Alright.
Flank pole.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I think in Dungeons & Dragons they said it was a 10-foot pole because 10 feet was like the standard activation range for traps or something, or maybe that's just the standard length of poles.
It looks like the red team wins the mind game.
Did they actually go for Solar Beam?
Yeah.
Oh, they went for Solar Beam!
So
they only had one shot at that.
Yeah. If they wanted to use it again, it would take a charge turn. So they blow it on the Noctowl.
There was a good chance of that happening.
Yeah.
Red inputters are pretty fast right now.
That's true. The blue team might just have too many cooks in the pot. Too many. However that expression goes.
Oh, Masquerain survives fly. I mean, Noctowl doesn't have particularly high attack. But I can't imagine Ice Beam would kill it, even if it was faster, which it isn't. A lot of people bet on blue, right? So we'll see why they bet on it. If there's any thing we haven't seen that may give them a good chance.
Sinnoh won't get remakes. Okay, I'll come back at you with that message 10 years from now. We'll see how it looks. Speaking of Sinnoh, here's Mismagius. I don't even know how to pronounce that.
I don't know. I say Mismagius, but maybe it's Mismagius, like you say.
It just sounds cool.
Unfortunately, they wasted the Solar Beam, and Masquerain fainted, so they can't do anything about that.
It's looking pretty good right now for the underdog red team.
Yeah, red is underdog, but I think I would have bet on them anyway, because Koffing has payback for Mismagius, and then you also have Noctowl for Venusaur.
They're not even getting to use this Venusaur against Whiscash. Just a shame for the blue team. I guess they're going for the flinches here with Astonish. And to add insult to injury, Mismagius becomes confused. This doesn't even do anything with Facade.
This is pretty sad for red team. I mean, for blue team. And it hits itself too.
Whiscash for
wow,
another...
that RNG, that was like 5%. Water Pulse confusing. Is well, what's that? Like 30%, then 50%?
I think it's 20%.
Yeah, so then whatever it is, you have to divide by 2, yeah.
Yeah, because you gotta actually hit yourself. Okay, Mismagius does get an attack off here. Haven't gotten a flinch yet with Astonish.
And it won't yet either.
Neon, you were right. Water Pulse does have a cool animation. I like it. And finally, Mismagius snaps out of confusion.
Blue team doesn't really seem to have a strong input control. They kind of seem split and delayed on their inputs. Maybe perhaps they're demoralized from their unfavorable start.
We had a 1,000 bet on blue. I mean, the low bettors are controlling it. I mean, that's what happens. They don't have too
Looks
much
like they
stake in
could
the match.
finish off with Koffing Curse into Explosion. Maybe even Explosion could just kill Venusaur in one hit because Explosion wasn't nerfed yet, but I'm not sure.
Actually, the blue team is playing a socialism match right now. Everybody that's inputting has equal control because they're all in. Sim bet blue because he will lose. Looking like that's going to happen. As the red team is leading, they might not lose a single Pokemon here. And
Honor confirmed.
Honor confirmed. It looks like the red team is going to go for the honorable finish with Explosion. Will this be enough?
Oh.
Man,
it is
so overpowered. Cuts your defense in half for some reason. I don't know why, but
well, I guess if an attack is going to kill you, it should be pretty strong.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to Red Team for winning a 317% payout.
Yeah.
I felt like they were the favorites anyway, so I'm surprised that so many people bet on Blue Team.
Yeah.
But I guess they just read things differently.
Some people bet and then didn't stick around, so I'm guessing they just didn't look at the match very closely. I think we're gonna have one more match before the token match.
Yep, well, we should have one more match and then break and then the token match and then we'll be signing off.
Alright.
Let's see, looks like they're heading down. They might send in Pidgeot.
Oh, I pressed up. I always want to scroll with up, I guess. You know the old TPP saying, you don't press down during battles. But I guess that doesn't apply here.
Yeah, normally you wouldn't want to press down because even if you did switch properly, then after the switch you would go down to items or something, and if you had items that you could use, that might be detrimental. So we usually use up in these cases. But down is closer when you have perfect control, certainly.
That's true. And for TPP veterans like you, this song probably brings back some good memories. Weren't you guys stuck here
good
for
memories.
24 hours? Project
While we were
H//
We weren't really stuck. We were battling trolls for 24 hours that were trying to release our team.
Yeah. That was so much easier in the randomized white too.
Yeah, when we went back to Pokemon World Tournament, when we were playing randomized white 2, I was refreshing my mind on Operation Aegislash, and I was getting all ready for another big struggle, but you know, it was anticlimactic.
It was.
The trolls just didn't show up, and we just got in like within a minute or two.
TVP Sim says, bet Vulpix. I don't see a Vulpix. Sorry, Sim.
Vulpix. There was a Vulpix a few matches ago, but that's a little slow.
Okay, this is a fragile match, by the way. We should get into what that means. That means that every move will only have 1 PP.
And switching is off, so you have to be very careful about what moves you use.
Alright, so...
It does have Sunny Day into Solar Beam as an option.
I used to always think that in Fragile, the best team was the one that's going to get the early lead, because then they can avoid using Struggle more, because that's the thing you see a lot. So, I guess it's advantageous for Ambipom to use Sunny Day first and then Solar Beam.
I wonder if Empoleon can kill Camerupt in one hit with Aqua Jet. I'm thinking maybe not unless it has the Torrent boost.
Magma Armor, that's not... Yeah, that means it can't be frozen. That's not a good ability compared to Solid Rock.
Even though Aqua Jet is quadruple effective and there is Stab, it's only 40 base power. So it's like the same as a super effective Waterfall. And in PBR, you know, they have lower offensive stats in general, so I could imagine something surviving a super effective Waterfall, maybe.
Yeah, honestly, you want to know my opinion? Magma Armor is a terrible ability. Who's going to use an Ice move on a Fire type anyway? It's not like there's even any moves that can freeze directly.
It's more like a flavor ability.
Yeah. It is good for hatching eggs.
The only way I could imagine using it would be like with Skill Swap or something, but freeze isn't that big of a threat. If this was Gen 1 with the OP Blizzard, then maybe. Can you imagine Gen 1 Blizzard in double battles though? That'd be pretty good.
Gen
30% chance to freeze everyone on the enemy side.
30% chance to freeze in Gen 1?
And it's also 90% accurate and 120 power.
Yeah. So the blue team, huge favorites here. It looks like they're going to start with Solar Beam. I guess there's no need to use Sunny Day yet, because they might as well save themselves from struggling. Or no, maybe they will use it. We'll see.
Well, Sunny Day could help against Empoleon. Also, if they decide to go for Brine or something.
Yeah, this is not the worst thing to do for Ambipom, because, you know, it's going to prevent them from... And yeah, Omanyte's not even going to go for a water move.
Well, it used the Brine. It used Rock Polish, now it's going for Ancient Power. It's not going to do too much to Ambipom.
Maybe if they got the Rainbow booster, they're going to survive one of these, but I don't know.
I was going to say that if they had Sunny Day up, it could help with Empoleon.
Yeah.
But I don't think their battle matter too much, because they are faster anyway, so if they wanted to, they could set up Sunny Day right now.
Sim says incoming freeze. Sim has been late all
I think
night.
If I was red team, I would go for Sword Stance first to boost the value I get from all the other physical moves.
Oh yeah.
But they went for Aqua Jet first, which is kind of puzzling to me. Like,
honestly, it seems like Blue has this in the bag now. By using Silver Beam first, they actually prolong the number of turns they get to go before they struggle. So that's actually going to help Blue.
That seems like kind of a throw from red team to not use Sword Stance turn 1. Ambipom can't really do too much damage to... Empoleon's not really much danger, so they could have just used Sword Stance, but it's too late now.
Yeah, maybe they'll get the attack boost from Metal Claw, but that's not a very good thing to count on.
And even if they're using Sword Stance for now, they can only benefit with the double attack from Rock Smash, which will kill Ambipom anyway.
Yeah. So, Sword Stance now, it really doesn't. Doesn't look like anybody... I think the driver has left the car on the red team. And
it's a little unfortunate to see these matches with people who bet on a team and then they get demoralized or something.
Yeah. Well, it looks like he's back now. Here.
I guess it's a little unfortunate because with these matches, especially fragile, you know, you need to have high execution on every turn to maximize the value you get from every move. And if you mess up for a turn or two, it might just throw the battle into an unrecoverable situation.
You don't need to, I mean, nobody else was inputting, so... sorry.
At least you're trying to input.
Yeah.
If you didn't, then it would have just been like Defiance on your side.
Yeah.
That would have been even worse.
It's not like anybody did anything wrong. I mean, you know, inputted. It's anybody else.
At least you're trying.
Inputting. And even if the red team did play this right, I think the odds still would have been very much in favor of the blue team.
Lucario is pretty strong, but it can't... I don't think it can beat Camerupt. Not to mention it only has 4 PP anyway. And Slowbro is fairly bulky, so by the time they get to Camerupt anyway...
We may see some struggles soon.
Yeah, Empoleon's gonna start struggling this turn.
Not do very much. Will actually do more to Empoleon than it did to its opponent.
Yeah, I guess it's better to get Grass Knot out of the way now. Before Lucario.
Empoleon should KO itself here with the struggle.
Setting up the future sight this turn is also good. Because it's basically like a free turn. It doesn't need to do damage to kill Empoleon.
This is something that was, I know too well. This was added to Gen 4. Yeah, it doesn't work with Future Sight, but you are able to use turns even after the opponent KOs themselves. In Gen 3, you didn't get to do that.
Oh, it doesn't work if there's no target. I looked away for a second.
Yeah, Future Sight is weird. Future Sight and Doom Desire, those are weird.
It might have changed later because I think later they changed the calculation to be based on the person that it hits, so it's possible that in future generations when they changed that it would have hit something.
Yeah, they do. They change Future Sight. It's a weird move.
I mean, it might have changed to the point where you could use it even with no target.
Struggle will not do much here, but I don't think it'll matter because this Camerupt really is not going to be hit by anything, and one flamethrower
and magnitude.
Even a magnitude 4 would be enough, I think. Lucario's down to 29 HP.
You don't need much for that.
Stone Edge actually may not be enough, I don't know. Oh, with critical hit. But
not enough.
Not even close.
That's the best they could have had too.
Yeah.
It might have been a little closer if they used Swords Dance turn one with Empoleon.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Could have been.
Except Slowbro resists everything that Empoleon has anyway. Because Metal Claw is resisted by water, Aqua Jet's resisted by water, Rock Smash is resisted by Psychic.
I mean, really, they still would have needed, I think, 2 hits to take care of Ambipom, so you would have had 1 hit on Slowbro.
Yeah, they also maybe could have saved Focus Blast for Camerupt instead of Vacuum Wave.
Yeah.
If a crit Vacuum Wave did that much, I'm sure Focus Blast would have brought it near death, or maybe even killed it. I'm sure a crit Focus Blast would have killed it, but a Focus Blast, even neutral, would have done a lot. Alright, looks like we have our hourly break. Yeah, I think you would have needed a crit Focus Blast to kill Camerupt in one hit. I think without the crit it would have only gone down to like maybe 30% HP.
Alright, so we have codename Jege something. I don't know what's going on here. Skill Pokéyen with the bet. Wonder who that is.
Skill money. Ritz mix.
Yeah, it'd be really funny if somebody had a name that was, like, seemed like it would be an alt name, but, like, it wasn't an alt. It was just something really generic.
The display, based because of the quality, almost looks like it could be SLD or SKILL.
Yeah.
Depending on how you look at it.
So we have codename Mummy, which I don't really know what's going on there.
There's a Blissey Mummy at least.
Yeah. And then we have codename Saipa. I think I see. Oh, I know what that match is. That's a match where that Wurmple has a chance to sweep by avoiding every one-hit KO move. But if it doesn't, then, well, that Machop and Machamp have no guard, so they're goners.
Yam is betting on 2 of them with 1 token, and we have Skill Pokéyen with 1 on
if you want
Jake.
if you want Yolanome, there's still 1 minute left to bid token matches. I think this is a Spinda. That's what they say. No 2 the same pattern. And that's actually 2. That's actually true. That's not just Pokedex mumbo jumbo. No 2 Spinda look exactly the same. Well, like 1 out of every 5 billion. Unknown W. Which one is that?
Unknown W? That looks like it's a W to me.
Yeah, each of these unknowns have a set that's themed after some word that starts with the letter.
It almost looks like raised dongers.
Alright, now let's send in Pleb the Pidgeotto. I think this is a Pidgeotto. Pidgeot's hair is much longer.
Really? I thought it would have been a Pidgeot. Also because it's level 36. Pidgeot evolves from Pidgeotto at 36, so I bet that's why they stopped candying it at that level.
Yeah.